This is Jennifer Harris, and I'm here with my mentor teacher, Kim Von Holt, to have her give me feedback on Standard 8.
All right, Standard 8, instructional strategies. The element adapting instruction to student needs, I marked you as proficient. And the difference in my choosing of marking is just because the outstanding said creates and implements innovative strategies and resources. You do a good job of finding resources to implement and adapt instruction and do that type of thing. It's just some of those elements come with a little bit more practice.
Right.
And so you are doing a great job. You're effectively using your appropriate strategies and resources to adapt instruction to the needs of the individuals and groups of students as you're working with them.
Yeah.
And so I did mark you as proficient. Monitoring student learning, I marked you as outstanding. Because it stated that you continuously monitor their student learning, engaging them in assessing their progress and adjusting instruction in response to them. And you do a great job of that. Even when you notice they didn't quite get something in a lesson, you'll pull them aside when you have a moment and work one-on-one with them to make sure they get it. And so I feel like you are continuously assessing what you've taught them and do they get it. Mm-hmm. Roles in instructional process. I marked you as outstanding as well. It says candidate varies his or her role in the instructional process. Instructor, facilitator, coach, audience in relation to the content and purposes of instruction and the needs of students. In the lesson or the video you did specifically for that, you did make sure that you took your time to be the instructor, but then you also sat back and let them kind of take the role on, but noticing when, okay, I need to step in here and coach a little bit more.
Right.
Or I need to facilitate this aspect so that they can get to the part where they can work individually and I can sit back and watch.
Right.
And that was evident to me in your video, that you were incorporating all of those elements. And kind of varying your role, even on a day when it was tough to do. Engaging students in skill development. I did also mark you with outstanding. You do work really hard with all the lessons that you teach them on engaging them actively in being a part of what they're doing, assessing what they're doing, interpreting what they're doing, applying what they're doing. You find ways to pull that out of them. And so I feel like you do a great job of actively engaging them in your lessons. And then asking questions. I also marked you as outstanding. It says candidate regularly and effectively asks questions to stimulate discussions that serve different purposes. And it goes into a lot of things in parentheses, basically with the goal of helping students develop higher order thinking skills. And you do a good job of starting them out by asking questions, going through different things, elements of your lessons, but then probing them a little bit more to see if they could take it to the next step. And I mean, granted, we're still at second grade, so yes, we can do some of those higher order thinking skills, but we're definitely not going to be on a level of a fifth grader or a sixth grader. So I think you do a good job of helping them kind of have that creativity to want, or the curiosity to want to know more. They'll come and ask questions, after both of us teach lessons, they'll come and ask further questions and say, well, what about this? Or I want to know more about that, and those kinds of things. And I think you do a good job of fostering that. So that's Standard 8.
Great. Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.